on TV. Let's listen up and hear them speak on Strictly R&B.
We'll get right into it. So first of all, congratulations on the Masked Singer.
Thank you.
First woman and Black to win the Masked Singer. How are you feeling? Like, how does that feel? And first of all, did you pick out that costume?
Well, they gave me a few options, and then that was the last one they sent me, and I was like, yeah, that's the one right there. That one.
Spirit
that
animal.
Purple.
Gave you spirit animal vibes.
Yes. It was obviously it was a wonderful feeling to be able to come out, be the winner of a show like that with so many of the people that I looked up to were on this show. You know what I mean? I mean, you got Dr. Khan was on the show, and you know, it was just a lot of great artists on there. So to be able to make it all the way to the end, I was just super excited.
You know, this is like one of those like to me, when I watch that show, I'm like, yo, like we really don't know. I have a sense of who might be back there, but it's like you really don't know. So it's just like such a surprise. I'm just like, yo, it's like whoever came up with the concept of the show is like my favorite. I'm like, this was genius.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So ever since I met you though, you blessed me with some Kandi coated. How is that?
I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You've been like a slight fairy godmother, and then you'll give me little advice here and there. Mm-hmm. You know. How is Kandi coated going still?
Oh, we killing it. I mean, you would think that during quarantine, like the in-home party business would be suffering, but it's actually doing better than ever. I guess, you know, we revamped how we, you know, approach everything. You know, people are doing online parties and different fun things, you know, and we've gained a lot of and
this internet is okay.
I jumped back on the internet because my phone was acting up. So
hopefully, and so I turned my internet off. So if we good, we good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just gonna make it do what it do.
Work, right?
Right.
Yes, exactly.
So, and then you just recently dropped your record. First of all,
yes,
I'm obsessed with it. It gives me ball vibes. It gives me ball vibes. I've been trying my Death Dropout, everything. Was it something that you came up with during the pandemic, or was that pre-pandemic and you guys?
No, I did it prior to. Actually, we had wrapped the show in like the first week of March, so right before the pandemic, basically.
Right. So it was like a perfect time.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that I wanted to come out with new music when the season finale was gonna air or whatever. So I had started immediately when I came back home, started working on new music. I actually got a few songs done, but I was planning on doing like a full EP. And then we got damn quarantine. I was like, oh.
We was like, no, it's the crazy thing about it is Atlanta, you know, we ain't never prepared for shit. So this was one of those things where we was like, no, y'all, for real, this is not a game. Like, don't play this game.
Right. So I just kind of like, I just said, okay, well, let me be safe, because, you know, I got kids or whatever. So I didn't want to go back and forth to the studio with other people and all of that. So I just was like, okay, I'm just going to put out a single for now and then put out a full EP later.
Right. I'm loving it. And because of the Masked, you know, the Masked Singer, I feel like it's everything about that is so dramatic. So this song gives me a dramatic feel anyway, and I'm so here for it because I'm a Gemini. Gemini season's coming up. Woo.
Yes.
And we're pure drama, so I'm here for all of it. And now, mind you, today when I was like, you know, I need to listen to some Kandi anyway because I need to get in the spirit. And I remembered, when you're out in the club, don't think I'm not even. And that's a 20-year-old record. Yeah, and it still goes. How do you come up with these, like, because your pen game is sick. I mean, like, I gotta give it to you. Coming from like being raised in the church and coming from a dad that was a singer and a dentist, and he just loved, like, R&B was what I grew up on. I look up to you so much as being a staple in the music game. So with you being in it for 20 years, do you consider yourself, you know, one of those people that like really put in the work to be a staple right now, or do you feel like you're just like?
I definitely put in work now. I'll definitely put in work. You know, I came in the 90s era, and you know, so many of us that was doing our thing in the 90s.
Right.
You know, R&B was killing it in the 90s. You know, and so
the best R&B, the best R&B music comes from you. So I'm not gonna lie. Well, no scrub, bro. Come on. Ed Sheeran even did it. Like, you got paid off of the Ed Sheeran song. Let's not let him forget.
Hey man, that right there was a blessing right there. That was like a little extra little check that just dropped in the mailbox that I wasn't even expecting.
How did you feel about that when he put that in there, when he interpolated that?
I felt great. I mean, he reached out to us before the song came out.
Of course.
Like, I knew it was coming out, you know what I mean? He reached out to us, basically let us know that he had used, you know, some of our song or whatever. And basically when that happens, you know, they have to give you writer's credit and they have to give you a piece of the publishing or whatever. So we worked out what that was going to be. And boom, the song turned into a major smash. And that was just like, oh, okay, well, you know, that worked out perfect. You know, I didn't expect it to do that, but thank you.
Was that one of your, because I know there has been plenty of artists that have used your music as their inspirations, but has there, with the people that you had worked with already, were there artists that were some of your favorites, or some of the ones that you were kind of confused and you were like, whoa, you want to work with me? Or like, you know, how did that process go for you?
You talking about people that I worked with in the past?
In the past, today, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously we were speaking before I cut you off about the 90s music. So
right. Well, when I really started like writing a lot, I mean, I guess that it was like when the turn of the era came. So it was like going 99 into 2000. So it really started going into 2000 when I started writing a lot, you know, for other people. So, you know, it was like, I guess somebody that was shocking that wanted to collaborate with me would be like Babyface. He wanted to collaborate. And I was like, whoa, what? You want to collaborate with me? So he would be one. Mariah Carey. I remember thinking like, wow, like that's gonna be so dope. Like, she was actually in another country and she wanted to collaborate over the phone. Like, you know, I would come up with something and then she'd be like, okay, I'm in the middle of a session over here, so I'm gonna call you right back and then we'll go over that part and da da da. So I would, you know, and I was.
And how old were you?
How was I when all this was going on? Probably like, this was before Riley. So I would say like 24 maybe. Yeah, right in there, that age, 23, 24.
Golden.
Yeah, because I had Riley when I was 26. So yeah, it was like 24, 23. But I just remember, yeah, I was in another session at the same time. So I was writing 2 songs at the same time. So I'll be in a session and then she'll be like, okay, you know, let's go over this part. So I'll be like, okay. So then I'll break and go back and finish writing another part to the other song. And then she'll call me back. So then I'll go back to writing on that song. It was interesting, to say the least. But it was just a really cool thing to be able to collab with Mariah. You know what I'm saying? I was honored. And who else? Some of the songs were like written first and the label decided they wanted their artists to record them. So it wasn't necessarily a thing of they called me in to collaborate. It was like they wanted to use a song I had already done. So say for instance, like the Whitney Houston song, I had already wrote that. Actually, I went to Nashville. I had called myself, I wanted to write country music so bad. I had went to Nashville for a while.
Give us some country music because
I got some really dope country songs. I never released them or whatever, but
I got some dope country. We need it. It's time for it.
So I had went to Nashville and I had collaborated with some really dope country songwriters at that time.
Right.
Some of them I'm still friends with this day. My friend Annie Roboff, she and we met on that trip, and she's written all kind of songs for Faith Hill and all these, big country people. And so she and I had collaborated, wrote this song. And I was thinking we was going to try to get it on a country artist, but we ended up getting it on Whitney Houston. And I wasn't even planning that. It was like, I don't even know how it got played for L.A. Reid, and then he's like, oh yeah, I want this. I was like, wait, what? It wasn't planned. Okay. But yeah.
But God had a plan. I'll tell you that, somebody, because
amen.
To be honest, like first of all, just you're a legend to me. Like you're a living legend to me. So just to hear that you had legends that you were able to work with, and that, rest her soul, Whitney was one of, like, I'm sure one of the people that you looked up to. What was that a moment that you were just like, okay, like I'm hitting a milestone. What can I do from here now? Like, is there going to be anything else I could hit? Or did you feel kind of like,
oh no, I knew there was no limit to what I could hit. You know what I mean? Because I look at the people that I look up to as songwriters. I mean, like Babyface or, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Even if you look at Lionel Richie as a songwriter, it's just like those.
Sail on down the line.
They have so many songs in their catalog that it's just like, I mean, I have nowhere near the potential that I could reach if I really just focus and, kept writing,
Right. Well, I mean, we need more of it, because we'll never stop. I'll never, like the other day, I think I remembered I did a karaoke in LA, and I was invited to some Columbia Records. I was a +1, and people bring me along as the +1 all the time, because they're like, at least I know I'll have entertainment from Paige. And
well, at least they like you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm blessed, highly favored. But so I remember doing. They were like, "Yo, we don't have, like, it was the karaoke options." I was like, eh. Then I saw No Scrubs. I was like, okay, I got this. Took the mic and just enjoy. I was like, nah, like, I have Diplo right here, Pharrell right here, everybody recording me. I'm just like, look, this is my stage with my song, because we from the A, and I'm going to represent for this. And I just remember being like, yo, like this, that was a staple. That was a moment for me. So what moment for you when you were on a stage did you have that you were like, yo, like, I don't care who's, like, because I know there were some people that was coming to watch y'all, that you were just like, yo, this person, they were coming to you, and like, this person's in the crowd. Like, did you care? How did you feel? Did you get nervous?
Oh my God. Okay. You know what? I have a few times, I would say.
Come on, give it to us.
Okay. The very first one, and first one in life, I think that really made me be like, was when our group was young. On our first album, we performed at the Essence Awards, and we had to sing Understanding, and Michael Jackson was in the audience, dead center, right in front of us. And that was the one where I was like, hey, guess what? The dang old track messed up. So it had started playing.
Had the nerve.
Exactly. The track, it was like they had played it before they were supposed to. And so we had to, like, they had to stop the performance. It started over, which I was like, oh, man, like, for real? In front of Michael Jackson? Like, really? But we redeemed ourselves, okay?
Of course.
And, because that wasn't even our fault. But he got up and he was, like, singing with us and doing like that. I was like,
a moment.
Michael Jackson singing our song. So that right there is everything for me. That was an epic performance, to have Michael Jackson sitting in front of
like there's nothing, there's no one in the crowd at that point, nothing else. No one else matters.
So with that being said, I'm gonna just leave it on that one.
I can't say you said a lot of moments. I'm like, that's your beginning. I don't know. That needs to be the end.
Yeah. That was, but I mean, I'm saying that was like our first big show. So I mean, so yeah, I'm gonna leave it on that one because that was like here.
Okay, so then who were your writing influences that you would say? Because you said Babyface, because the people that you got to work with. So who were your writing influences before you started? And I know you from the A, so I know that, you know, a lot of people, you started very young, as we all do from Atlanta. Like, we have that mindset where we go for it, we run for it, which I admire so much. How did you, you know, who were the influences that you had to just kind of get you off the, like,
okay,
you know?
I'm gonna give props to people that I know personally.
Yes.
So of course I gotta give all props to Jermaine Dupri, because he wrote a lot of our hits for our group Xscape.
Okay.
And a lot of times, especially on the first album or whatever, second album, we would be sitting there with him while he was coming up with the songs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was writing them on the fly or whatever while we were there. So, you know, I would pay attention to how he would take, like,
his process.
Yeah, I would say I would pay attention to how he would take slang that we would just say on day to day and make a whole song out of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or I used to pay attention to the way he set his songs, because, you know, everybody kind of does it differently or whatever. I would pay attention to how he'd be like, okay, he got a little bit of the beat coming in, then he got the verse, he got the beat section, then he got the hook. You know, some people just want to do a whole verse and go straight to the hook, but he used to have like a little format. So I would, you know, watch that, and I paid attention to that. And just the simplicity of his lyric and his melody, you know what I mean? So I used to pay attention, and I think I learned a lot from him just watching. And then I also would have to say Jagged Edge. I learned a lot from them as writers as well. And really harmonies and melodically, like, I was in a group, obviously I know how to harmonize or whatever. Right. But when I first started working, because, you know, I managed them. I'm the one who got it.
I saw that. I actually saw that. 17 years old? I
think, was I? No, I was 18. I had graduated, so I had to be 18 or just turning 19. I think I was, just turning 19 when I had started working with them. So because it was after I had graduated, so it was like 18, 19, right in there. Right in there. Because me and Wingo went to high school together. And so with that being said, I remember when Tiny and I, when we had got to the point where our group was, you know, looking kind of like shaky, like we was having issues or whatever. And I was telling her, like, yo, like, we got to be working on our own stuff. But she and I had been going to the studio with them, and I, you know, working with them because they were, you know, writing and recording a lot of their own stuff. Right. When I was helping them get in the studio and whatever to get their deal going. And being around them, watching them write, watching them come up with records, watching how they produce their vocals and different things. Right. Like, of course, you can't help but pick up a lot of that from people when you're around each other all the time. And so I think that helped as well.
First of all, can we just get on the fact that you said you were managing them at 19 years old?
I'm not saying I was the best manager, okay?
No! Look, you ain't have to.
Their deal, and we got to a certain place, you know, to where I got them going. But I actually had to step away because I did the no of, you know, at one point, me and one of them, I'm not even going into all that, had a relationship. And so,
look, you was giving me relationship advice already. I already know.
Don't date and work together. So that was the problem. And then on top of that, and then, I mean, it wasn't really that, though. The problem really was that my own group, we had started having some really serious issues at the time. And so I was so stressed out trying to figure my own situation out. I was just like, I didn't feel like I was helping them no more. You know what I mean? You know, I feel like I'm not really helping you anymore. I feel like I helped get you to a certain place, and you probably would need somebody else to take you to the next level. And much love to them, because they didn't really want me to step away. They were like, well, you could, you know, we can make you partner with somebody else, and you can partner up with another person and still be a part of it. But I just was kind of like, man, I just can't even do it. I'm just about to fall apart around here.
Yo, and you know what? I'm triggered by this conversation because it's a cycle. I experienced that just recently. I was managing an artist for 3 years. Mm-hmm. The artist, she and I went to college together. We grew, like, basically, you know, we weren't really as close in college. We knew of each other, but we met really in Atlanta after graduation. She had moved to Atlanta. She was working with some people, and I was just like, you know, hey, like, you know, I mean, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll try. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I used my resources, and then I got to a point recently and was just like, look, I think I've gotten you to as far as I can take you. Mm-hmm. And I really was feeling also, I'm a mess myself. I need to help myself.
I got to get my own self together.
Me. Yeah.
Right. I got to fix my world. Yeah.
Right. And so it was like, I can't be perpetrating like I can help you live with your life and I ain't got mine together. So I praise and know exactly what you mean by what you just said. I felt that in my spirit.
I think they thought that, you know, maybe I was giving up on them or something, but it really had nothing to do with them. I always thought they were super talented. It was me. I was the one that was falling apart at the time.
And it's like I want to tell y'all how I'm falling apart, but to be honest, it's way more than I can explain. So let's just move forth and be great together as friends and keep it copacetic before things get worse.
Right. So it was cool. I mean, I figured it out. I ended up get myself right, and they continue to be successful. So I have no regrets. I feel like it all panned out the way it needed to.
Well, I mean, you panned out as you needed to. Like, I think I admire you as a businesswoman, as an entrepreneur. Your restaurants, I eat at. I'm obsessed with the fish sticks. The fish over there at the Lady Ray. I can eat that all day. I can eat the greens over there and that mac and cheese.
Thank you.
No, I crave it. And so what was the one thing I wanted to ask you before you go, because I don't want to take too much of your time. This acting, you know, because you're a Renaissance woman. I mean, you do it all. And like, yes, you're on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we love you, but you are a real actress. You know what I'm saying? And I hear you're going to be on Insecure.
Oh yeah, I am on Insecure. I'm on Insecure, and I'm on The Shy. So the situation with Insecure is, I guess, if you are a viewer of Insecure, you know they have a show within the show. Yes. It's like a little soap opera they want.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite. It's so ghetto. I love it.
Yeah. So the storyline of, well, I'm in the soap opera that they're watching. Yes. And so I actually play SZA's mom in the
LaToya?
Yes. LaToya is supposed to be kidnapped or lost, and I'm her mom. Yes.
Is this episode coming up this weekend?
Is it this weekend? I think so.
Oh, this is perfect.
Right. I think you're right.
Well, then I have to make an announcement then for all my Strictly R&B fans. We are going to be doing an Insecure takeover next weekend, next Strictly R&B on Friday for the soundtrack. Hey. So this works out perfectly.
Oh yeah, perfectly. Yeah, I think they're actually going to do more with the soap opera and release the whole thing online or something so people can actually watch it. Because it was like, when I tell you, it was hilarious. Hilarious.
Whoever, I know Issa's genius, but I know she had to have some people like being like, look, we need to keep this storyline because folks is fucking with that. And I love it because when you see it, it's like, this is exactly how it be. It's spoofs, but it's really how it is. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying?
We was the whole fool that day. Like, it was so funny. You know, it was some great people. You know, Ray J is in it. Like I said, SZA, Carlton Payne. I don't even want to forget nobody. Portia. It was some more people, but my mind is about to be fried right now. But I tell you, everybody was hilarious.
We love it. So then you're doing The Shy. So do you have a reoccurring role on The Shy as well?
Yeah, so I have a reoccurring role on The Shy, which I'm super excited about that. That starts June 21st.
Hey.
And yeah, I am I play Rosalind, and I am Duda's wife.
Oh,
do you watch that? Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I had to grab my drink. Okay, so this is gonna be good. Yeah, because I mean, I see like Luke James is in it. They have a whole bunch of new characters this time.
It's I mean, when I tell you, they put some really great different storylines that I think a lot of people are not going to be ready for, so I can't
catch us off guard.
I can't. Yes, I can't wait for y'all to watch it.
I'm so prepared. I just love The Shy, and I love Insecure. So you knew exactly what shows to go into to start this, to kick this off, because
it wasn't intentional. I mean, obviously, I've been working at this for a minute, so I do a lot of auditions, of course, and it just so happened that the right part came at the right time, and I did the right audition. How about that?
Do you take your auditions here in Atlanta mostly, or you have to fly to LA?
I've done both, but I had to tape a lot because obviously, I was taping Housewives for a lot of the summer, and so that's when those auditions came up. So,
okay. So before we take off, we want to, because this is Strictly R&B and this is a platform for up and coming artists. What is the best advice that you can give to these artists that come on this platform, pouring their heart out, especially during a time like this, and to keep going and to keep striving for what their purpose is within this industry?
Right now, I mean, I just feel like it's the perfect time for anybody. It's like you just have to have one of them I'm not ever going to give up spirits. You know what I mean? Because obviously when it comes to the music or whatever, you never know what's going to pop off or when it's going to pop off. But you just got to stay consistent and keep going at it. You got to perform every chance you get. You got to do the most marketing you can, be on all the social platforms. You got to make sure you're networking like in all the right places, so that you can, connect with the right people. I mean, I don't know if you just want to be an artist, if you want to be a writer or whatever. It's collaborations are key. You know what I mean? Right. It's always great when you can collaborate, because you never know if the other person may have better connections than you or better visibility than you, or you never know. And so by y'all teaming up, that can just help your situation, Right. Always study your craft. You know what I mean? Just to get better, you have to study your craft. So I guess that's all I would say for now, but it's a lot.
Is it an R&B artist that you favor right now? It's on your top 5?
Her. I love her. Yeah.
Oof.
She's amazing to me.
Oof.
She's amazing.
Like a phenomenon.
What?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yes.
Had a whole moment for you, her. We like you. We love you. We respect you, girl. She knows what she's doing.
Dope. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so her is that one of the ones that you listen to on the regular? Is there anybody else that we wanna?
I mean, I listen to a lot of Apple Music playlists, so I always try to listen to the playlist that has all the new stuff, the breaking artists playlist. So whoever is on that, you know what I mean? Yeah. I love Jacob Lattimore. I saw he dropped a new record, so I'm
shout out to Jacob.
Yeah, much love to him. I'm gonna have to go download his album.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. Oh my God. See, now you got me trying to name people like
no. We just need to know the top 5 that if you've heard it and you've been like, yo, I'm rocking with her, like I'm rocking with this person.
See, I gotta look at my dang on playlist. That's what the problem is. Like you on my phone, so I can't pull it up. If I can pull up, what was that? Snow Allegra.
Oh,
love her.
No, she got those hits. Have you heard "Fool for You"?
I mean, I'm sure I have.
'Cause I'm a fool for you. And she has one that's like, I'm telling you, like I think that's on my list. I think because you got a lot of people that I'm listening to right now that I would say, yeah, you're doing it. But I want to shout out. I just recently found Jay Nova, and she's got this song called "Somebody's Son."
Wait, you just recently found out about Jay Nova?
I feel like I mean I had listened to her before, not as like I felt like I listened to her before, but I didn't know like that single was gonna be like that for me. Like I tell you, I listened to that song probably, I mean, since I've heard it about 4 months ago, I probably listened to that song about 5 times a day. No lie.
Really? Okay, wait.
No lie.
Tell me which one you talking about so I can go.
Somebody's son.
So.
Somebody's son.
Somebody's son.
Because it actually reminds me of how we always take, you know, we take lingo from what we be saying, you know, like I'm trying to get with somebody's son. Like she's like, she's like somebody's son.
I'm gotta go download that. I don't know if I heard that one, but that's dope.
Yeah, but
that's
I
a
don't
dope
want
concept. I love as a writer, I love great concepts. Like I really love the record to tell a story. Like that's my thing. Mm-hmm. You know, you can listen to a lot of songs that I write and realize it's a story in it, or you can, you know, hear the theme. That's why I love when other people make songs like that. I mean, I get it. Like now, to me, I feel like sometimes people just get up in the booth and just be la 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 la, like just make up something, and it don't even make sense sometimes. But I like for the story to actually make sense in the song.
It's gotta tell something, and something I can relate to. That's heavy. Like if I can't relate to it, I really can't vibe with this, and I'm not gonna be able. And that's what I was saying about your music, because I feel like you create music that, like, I just telling you, I just got reminded of when you're out, and I was in traffic today. Yo,
I just got reminded.
because I had to read. You know what I'm saying? Like if I haven't heard this song on a playlist, or if I'm trying to find these new artists, I'm getting distracted by, you know, my old, from my old bangers. When I said I was reminded today, listen to it 10 times today.
Okay.
But I also had a breakup, so I mean, you know, I had to get.
You broke up? You in the song that I seen you out with? What happened?
Girl, we ain't even gonna talk about it. But look, when you're out in the club, don't think.
What? Oh, I gotta hear this story.
I'll call you when I get off the line. I'll call you later, and we gonna talk. Did you get your Martell? Did you get
you know what? I haven't even checked the mail. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, I see it. Somebody's son.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to listen to that. Who else is your favorite?
I would suggest Gallant, Doja Cat, and that's the manager.
I love Doja Cat.
Oh my gosh, she and her genius is like, you know, I mean, it's crazy. Shout out to Neela, the artist I used to manage. Neela, her pen is insane. Like I've seen her grow as an artist, and it's just kind of like insane. So I think you should really listen to her. Who else? Literally, the guy that's coming up next, Gordon, he literally manages Aaron Ray, who is one of my favorite artists, Doja Cat, and Amir Obray, and I'm telling you, his name is Gallant. Giveon.
That's familiar. I think I just recently.
Gallant's fire. Giveon's this new artist. He's fire.
Oh, you know that. I talked to her recently. That girl, Savannah Christina. That song, Self-Care.
From Florida.
Oh my God, I love that song.
Shout out to Savannah. Shout out to Savannah.
Yeah, she said we was gonna collaborate on some writing together. She's dope.
She is amazing, and I really appreciate that, because you are so like humble, and I feel like you don't really understand that, like, working with you is one of those things that's like, oh my God, like Kandi wants to like collab with me, like she wants to work with me. That's just honoring. So
I think you can't never start believing your own hype. You gotta always still.
My mama always humbles me, so she always keeps me real. Like she be like, you ain't doing nothing on there. You ain't really
right. Like to me, it's like at the end of the day, you gotta like remember, you gotta always kind of keep your ear to the new artists, the new people that's coming up, because you know the rate of the turnaround in this industry. Somebody could be the new person now, but then be the #1 everything next year. You know, so you just got to keep wanting to work with new people, keep wanting to you know, keep your ear fresh, basically.
Right. Man, you got me so hyped. I just appreciate you for answering my DM and saying you were cool coming on, man. Like, I'm just happy to be here. I'm really just happy to be here. And my dad is here with his Strictly R&B hat. He wants to come here to say, because he's a dentist, he wants to say if you ever need to do dentist, you know.
No, I'm not saying that. Just saying hello.
Hi.
Keep up the good work. Big fans.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
That's my #1 supporter.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And now we know where those nice teeth come from.
You see? No,
Okay.
but for real, we wanna make sure we stay in contact. I have like one question. I think there's 21 questions, literally 21 questions that people have asked me over here.
My screen is frozen, so I can't see anything that anybody's saying.
Let's see. Okay, we have a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Will there be another Xscape album?
I don't know.
There y'all go.
Next minute, everybody like, well, we need to discuss. Okay, well, while y'all figuring that out, I'll be working.
Okay. Hey, they say it takes 10 sources of income, y'all.
Oh, for sure.
She gotta do more than just that. But I really appreciate you for answering that, because I was looking for you at the LA show when I went to see Keith Sweat in Xscape in August 25th, and I was like, where's she at? I was here. Yeah. I was backstage. I was trying to be like, hey girl, I'm here. But were you not performing on the road because of something else, or?
Well, no, I had after we had did the big tour together, I really wasn't doing any shows with them anymore. I mean, we did, I think, some stuff at Essence Fest last year, and maybe 2 shows around there, but I haven't really done any shows with them. Well, for one, I was in the middle of taping season, so I couldn't just go off and do a whole bunch of shows.
Right.
And they wanted to promote. They were doing a album with just the 3 of them, so they wanted to promote their music and do their thing as Xscape 3. Which was cool, I was just like, oh, okay, cool, So they been doing shows, and we actually, the funny thing was, we were supposed to be doing shows, all 4 of us. We had a couple of shows that we were booked to do together that was supposed to happen in May. And obviously, when the quarantine happened, that got shut down. But it was like 2 festival shows that we were gonna do together.
Wow.
Yeah, it was gonna that would have been probably my first time performing with them again in over a year, I guess.
Wow. Yeah. So that would have been a monumental moment. So do you feel like that's gonna be a thing after this, or just we'll see how this is gonna pan out about performances from now on?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I really don't know. Just because simply, what we had said was, because it is confusing if they're still going to be doing shows as 3, like I can't just be jumping in and out, because that confuses the fans. You get what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm here.
Right. So what we had said was that once the, because we're still trying to figure this movie situation out. And if the movie came out, then we were going to do like music and a tour around it. So we was like, well, maybe we just save us all 4 together to happen at that time. It was a fluke that we were going to go ahead and do these 2 shows. But we were like, we'll do these 2, and then we're going to save it for if we put out, So, yeah.
Well, we're really praying for it. We love Xscape so much. We love Xscape 4, and we love Xscape 3, but we love a 4. We love a 4, and if y'all need a background dancer or a hype man, I'm actually up for grabs right now. Beyonce's team was trying to get me, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna ask Kandi first. So just let me know. I actually came prepared with my lip liner to kind of really make sure y'all know that I'm down to be the background dancer.
Oh, okay, got it.
It's ready. Okay.
I see.
No, we love you guys so much. I really appreciate you, Kandi. Like, I think the world of you, girl. You are a boss. You are amazing.
Thank you.
I aspire. So please just do not stop inspiring us because